then they start finding why they're worth, like finding the value. I mean, this is why higher ticket items work really well, is they start finding the value in those pants and saying these are $100 pants because X, Y, and Z. They're not, but they think that they are. And it's confirmational bias, and they'll say, hey, look, do you like my pants? I spent a lot of money on them. And they'll be talking to people more often about their pants because they want to feel good about their purchase because they spend $100 on them. Hey everybody, my name is Michael Foster, and hi Erin. So Erin posted that she was frustrated with low conversion rates and wondering if there's any tips. She's new to Facebook ads. Do these numbers look like something is off? Okay, so website ads of payment info, one, website ads to cart. You know, you've got some information here. I don't see any, like, I don't know what website leads mean. So when you say website content views, are these the amount of views in the content that you have? Because what it might look like is that you've got, you know, almost 200 people coming to your website, and then from those 200 people, you know, you're getting 1,800 content views. And so maybe that's just them going through the different content. You know, somebody can go through it 100 different things, you know, before they find something that they like, and you've got 3 purchases. And I don't know the amount of time, like what the time frame is on this. So we're going to be looking at things that you can do and different tips and tricks on, you know, how to maximize your conversions, your generations, and really just squeeze every dollar that you're spending on your ad. I mean, that's everything that my agency is about. That's the whole point of content marketing. It's to take a limited budget and really maximize it to its full potential, full deal. You know, I cannot just look at these numbers and give you like an estimate, you know, because everybody has their own business. Everybody has their own unique set of deal. Like there's not like a status quo kind of deal at all. That does not exist. There's like, you know, the amount of people that look at Porsches, right, to the amount of people that buy Porsches. That's a very small number. Lots of people are looking at the Porsche website, and very few people are purchasing the Porsche. Right. So, you know, so there's no, I mean, but everybody that searches for Irish Spring soap is buying Irish Spring soap. I mean, if you're looking for that specific soap, you're going to buy it. I mean, so their conversion rate is going to be much higher than, you know, does that make sense? So what might be happening is you're getting a lot of shoppers, and there's nothing wrong with getting a lot of shoppers. Getting a lot of shoppers means that there's more potential for you to land a sale. So I've been watching the comments for the past 45 minutes. I was working on another video. And so I've been watching the comments come through. And this guy, Brian, he's like, your website looks good. Your marketing isn't hitting the right audience. Okay. Also, don't ask for a sale right away. Now, that's actually some good advice. You know, not being too salesy, not being too pushy is always a good way to make people feel comfortable and not pressured. Because the minute that you start shoving things down people's throat, they instantly think, okay, you want me to do this? Then they start thinking it's just the psychology of the way people think. It's like, okay, if you want me to do something, then I'm going to figure out why you want me to do that thing, and then not do that, and figure out reasons why I shouldn't do that, right? Because then they're like arguing, you know, they're always going to take the devil's advocate. If you say, hey, buy my product right now, they're going to take the devil's advocate and figure out why they shouldn't buy your product, right? And that's really easy to do in a nanosecond, all the time. So, and then people are 5 times more likely to purchase and are retargeting than the first ad. Okay, that's really good info. I mean, there's some value there. That's good. And I told you I got a video coming your way because I'm working on this video now. So let's just go to your website. Now, when I first went to your website, this is something that my girlfriend would love. And so, we don't have a kid yet. She doesn't have a kid yet. But I know that this is one of her like family goals, is to be matchy-matchy, not only just between her and her daughter, but like as a family unit. And, I'm not all about the family unit. I think it would be much better for her to just bond with her daughter this way. So I think that that's a good thing. But I was instantly sold. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this cover image, but I'm just being super nitpicky. I mean, you have a very Instagram type. I like the white on the white text. I like this layout. I think it looks good. I think you're displaying your variety of different, sets well. And I think that this looks good. Now, I get what's going on here. You've got the same image of the same two things, and you're just putting on the different patterns here. This is a Photoshop deal. This is not as organic as this up here. This is a much stronger look than this display. So instantly, now the reason why I'm being nitpicky is because I'm just conveying what people might not be able to articulate. I'm just like putting into words probably what they're thinking subconsciously, and all the different reasons why I wouldn't buy. You need to find out why people wouldn't buy first, so that you can conquer those objections, so that people have no objection to purchasing. Okay, so I'm just going rattling them off. Okay. And nobody's reading content. I'm sorry, but it's good to have Laura Ipsum, or like filler content, like things to have there. So, and again, we've got the same image, copied and pasted with different layouts. Now, that's not the worst thing in the world, but it does scream low quality, cheap, generic copy paste, right? And that's not the vibe that you would want when you start doing boutique style pricing, right? These are not $12 leggings or $8 leggings. I mean, these are $35 leggings for a child, $65 leggings for an adult. I mean, they're not $100 leggings, but they're not cheap leggings. I mean, this is a very mid-market boutique style, and the display here is not mid-market, but this is a good display, right? But once you click through to this, it's just a very generic type thing. Now, you do have obviously I could tell without even looking at the code that this is a WordPress, and it looks like you might be good doing WooCommerce. Let me just confirm my suspicion here. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. So this is a Shopify. Okay. So this is a Shopify website. Okay. So you don't have much control. You don't have much control at all over, schema and different things. I mean, you probably have some control over this. So these are kind of and I haven't seen an advertisement. So I don't know what your advertisements are looking like. So I don't know what you're displaying for people on the front end, but this is where people are going. This is where people are landing. So whatever they saw brought them here. And so this is our deal. So we're trying to figure out why people are not purchasing immediately. And a lot of people don't. But beyond what I've already mentioned, I mean, everything else is very clean. I mean, this is just a Shopify website. It's clean. Shopify tends to be that way. Shopify tends to rasterize, header images. unless there's a way. I don't even use Shopify. I just see the end result, and I just see the code, and I just see the layouts. I don't even know if there's a way for you to get a higher quality banner image in here, because I mean I can see rasterization now. Because it's Shopify, it should look really good. If we do it to, have it as a phone, so we'll do like an iPhone 10, right? Things tend to look good. This image looks a lot better as a phone, and I would assume that most of your leads are on phones. So this website actually looks a lot better on a phone than it does on a computer. I mean, it looks 100 times better, and these Instagram photos are really well done. Now you might be reselling these. I don't know. These look really good. And I don't know if you're doing this, but I would have more images like this, more images like this one, or actually this one is really well done. This one's good. It's not as fun and creative, and as you're selling that bonding moment. You're selling that, picturesque, like unit between you and the daughter, right? The mom and the daughter, right? So it's targeted towards the mom. And then you've got your different, for mamas, for minis, swim, bras, tops, accessories, catalogs. I mean, you've got all the different categories in here, which is good. But the goal is to make the sale. So what is going to get them to purchase this? It's beyond having a good product at this point. And so, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could do. Some of them were mentioned in the comments. Those were all good ideas that you can try. The free shipping, the buy one, get a mini free, the, different promos, all that stuff is good. But my next step would be influencer marketing. That would be my next step. And I think that I would have more videos, more video testimonials. I would have, just more content. Video is very powerful now, and I would like to see that represented on the website. So if I go to daughter and mother matching outfits, it would be your goal to come up, right? This would be matching mother-daughter outfits on Etsy. We got Walmart. We got Lily. I mean, these are big. Dress like mommy. This is your competition, This is, I mean, these are some of your. This is some of your competition. I'm not impressed with this one. I think that you've got a lot of different things going for you over this one. I mean, these images are not as strong. Well, you've got Daddy and Me. That's a really cool one. Then you got the whole family matching. So they have a little bit more variety in as far as who they're marketing to. That's another big thing is increasing your target audience, or increasing your customer value, selling more items. So if you have somebody come to your website, I mean, getting them to buy, I mean, that Amazon is king at this. I mean, they know how to do this. When you get on Amazon, you're buying 4, 5, 6 different things. You're not just buying that one thing, right? Where your website is very much catered to just get that one thing. I mean, you've got those little fanny packs, that's good. Nobody wears fanny packs, not even in your images that people wearing. I mean, it's just a very unattractive item to wear. It's gimmicky. It's kind of, it's not the same as some of the other things that you're trying to sell. These guys are just price hashing the crap out of their stuff, which is eating into their margins, which is eating into their profit. So they're not selling well. I mean, they're not doing a good job at selling things if they want to make money. I mean, if you sold one of your items, you're going to have much more profit margin than if these guys sold one of their items, right? So you've got a much stronger economy when it comes to your pricing structure, and you not having to cutthroat your own pricing module says a lot. It's just, hey, look, we sell what we sell, and we sell it at this rate, and this is what they go for. They're $100 pants. They're not $100 pants that you're getting for $20. They're $100 pants. If you buy these, and that really instills value into people, because when they are like, why are these pants $100? Then they start finding why they're worth, finding the value. I mean, this is why higher ticket items work really well, is they start finding the value in those pants and saying, these are $100 pants because X, Y, and Z. They're not, but they think that they are. And it's confirmational bias, and they'll say, hey, look, do you like my pants? I spent a lot of money on them. And they'll be talking to people more often about their pants because they want to feel good about their purchase, because they spend $100 on them. You know what I mean? So they're going to be much more appreciative of comments, and they're not going to be they were just cheap internet pants. Don't even worry about it. That's not the review that you want to get. They were like, oh, you really like them? I found this website. This is where I got them from. Word of mouth. That's what you want. And you're doing that just by not price gouging yourself. Now, if you wanted to, you could say, oh, these are $100 leggings that are, 35% off for $65. That's what I would do. I wouldn't cut into your actual pricing. I would inflate the price to cut, right? To get people that euphoria of saving. And people aren't stupid too. They know what's going on. So matching mother and daughter outfits, Etsy. This is the budget price, handmade stuff. $250. Man, was I wrong. But I mean, 15, 12, 16, 30. I mean, these guys are going to have this is what I would love to see your website look like. Okay. If you wanted to actually run a brand, and you actually wanted to run a real, not that yours isn't real, but a true shop. I mean, this level of variety and pricing and creativity. I mean, it would be cool to have. There's some things that you would want to remain consistent. So this is a very well done photo. Doesn't have to be on white. It could be on a texture, but it's clean. It's got the graphic in there, and something tells me that this is just a plain shirt, and then they put the logo on top of it, and then for screen printing, and you could do that. But having a variety of different organic things that look like this would be really cool. Maybe this one's this one, and then this one's this one, and then this one's this one. This variety of different to make everything stand out instead of look generic and cheap. This is really well done. I mean, if you want to sell something at a high level, and I'm blown away that it's $12. I mean, this is fantastic. I love this image. This is such a fun with the marble type, bedding. These are good. They're simple. I'm not. This is really well done. These are just kind of, they're good. This is a great shot. I love this shot. Her and her ridiculously huge, greenhouse. This one's not that great. But this one's fantastic. I mean, this is the kind of imaging that I would want to see on every single item, right? Something fun, unique, different. And what you could do if you wanted to do that and not pay for a photographer to go out and do these images as you could give away your product and say to like an influencer with a daughter and say, hey, look, try on my stuff, see if you like it, take some photos, and then ask for permission to use their photos after you sent them the item for free. That would be huge, because not only then are you getting their influencer, type deal, everybody that's following them would see their stuff and be like, oh, where'd you get that? But so I would basically take the strongest images from Etsy and be like, okay, cool. These are really well done. I love these. And more or less get creative with the way that you present your product. Because the more creative that you are, the more value there is in the stuff that you do. Because you're selling this concept, and that's what people want. They want the concept. So they might scroll past, things like this, right? Unless they're keywording something and they're like, hey, I want a kissy matching mommy and daughter outfits, kissing face. I don't know. See what comes. Or like yeah. See, so then you get like the kissing lip, right? The kiss lip, right? So then, so that would be cool to have. If you got an inventory this large, that would be really cool to do something like that. But I mean, Etsy is a huge website. It's a huge platform. I mean, it's massive, and it's not easy to create something at this level for your website. I mean, these guys almost kind of tried a little bit with their what looks to be like a WordPress website, which would be the upgrade, by the way, from Squarespace. So basically, actually they're a custom build website. No, there's Shopify. Never mind. I saw Bootstrap and I was like, oh, that's a custom build. Never mind. It's not. It's Shopify. So, yeah, they're also doing Shopify. Okay, whatever. Yikes. But yeah, as far as the numbers, when you look at these numbers, a lot of these people might be bookmarking. A lot of these people might be getting this idea. And then a lot of people might just be shopping. They might come to your website and be like, oh yeah, I really do want something like that. But because of the lack of inventory, they may go somewhere else like Etsy or Amazon or just that other mother and daughter matching dress place. I mean, if you don't have the level of inventory that they're looking for or the amount of creative, variety, I mean, you just need to have a lot of options before somebody's going to be like, oh, I really like that one, even if what you have is really good. I mean, the few that you have are really good and I really like it. And there's a lot of really good things about it. But when it comes to this particular product and this kind of what you're selling, I can tell from going to your website that it's new, that it's cheaply made. Not that the product's cheaply made, but like that your platform is cheaply made. And so for things that seem like, you could do them very cheaply, people start thinking, well, do I really want to put my credit card information into a website that I felt like, is not that good? I mean, people feel comfortable putting their credit card information on Etsy or Amazon because of their status quo. And that's something that you can't, you can build something, and that's the goal, is to build something very similar, something that people are comfortable with. You can't obviously build the reputation that Amazon or Etsy have, right? That takes time and a lot of money and a lot of work, but there's ways to make people feel comfortable. And do people feel comfortable? I wouldn't feel comfortable giving my credit card information to these guys. And I'm not 100% sold on giving it to you. Like if I didn't see you on Facebook, or like if we weren't already Facebook friends, or like if I didn't know, oh, this is Aaron's website, I wouldn't be comfortable giving my credit card information to this, because this could be somebody just generated this, you know, some group in India generated this, and they're running ads, and they're just complete scams. So they don't, like, you know, I mean, you've got to build that authenticity, and that's what I would do. I would do that through videos. I would, you know, get you in front of the camera, or get an actor to portray or be the face of the company. I mean, I would build that whole brand and environment that will entice people, with like mission statements and like about pages, and you know, your goals, or like fund, you know, whatever. You know, there's a whole list of different things that to get people to feel comfortable and to maximize your landing. You know, and you can get fun with it, you can get creative, but it's very hard to do that on a Shopify website. You know, let me see if I can find something that, as an example. See, this is this would be the high end if you wanted to get high end with it, right? This would be like a high end website. This would be a high end deal. What you're looking for is like this kind of creativity, this kind of layout. I mean, you know, and you can get like just that single scroll, very fluid, you know, and they're selling their stuff for, you know, $130, or whatever. This is not a real deal. This is like a mock-up, but like the whole idea behind, you know, getting video, getting these high-end stuff put together. I mean, this is what I would feel comfortable putting my credit card information into, something like this, right? This is the kind of footer. This is the kind of feel that would be very homey. That would, you know, and this is obviously high end, but you know, if you're going for that boutique kind of style, then this is something that would be really good. So that's just one example of something that I would do if I didn't have the just, you know, onslaught of different content, which this would take a very long time to build out. I mean, having pages and pages and pages of content would be, but that's what I'm talking about. So like if you had one logo this way and then one logo that way, that would scream cheap to me. Like if I could easily tell that you're superimposing logos onto, you know, stuff like this, I mean, that would just scream cheap. Oh my goodness, it's not very good at all. Now they're doing a cool Photoshop effect, right? Where they're making it look like it's part of the shirt, or at least they did it on Mom's shirt. You see that wrinkle, that shadowing? They're trying their best to make it look like it's blended. Well, they did it for that one anyway, but they didn't do it for this guy. And I mean, it's just ugh. So, and with that, I'm gonna let you carry on. With any more, you know, critique, I would need to see more info. Like, I don't know what kind of ads you're running. You know, I think that there's been some comments, so things to try: abandoned cart email, pop-up add to cart to sign up to a messenger bot with a coupon, collect SMS and numbers, run DPA ads to retarget view content to purchase. I don't know what DPA stands for. Run DPA. I don't know what DPA ads are. Always run ads for purchase, even to cold audiences. Yeah. You know, that's the always be closing mantra. You know, another thing that you might try is content marketing. The reason why I found Our Crafty Mom was because I was looking for, a specific thing, and they've created content to go along with that thing, and they've got images and hopefully they got videos. If they don't have videos, then you could easily clap their behinds. If they don't have videos to pair, I mean, it's very easy to outrank them, which they don't. So, but they do have an onslaught of images and articles, and this endless scroll down. Holy cow, that's really powerful for SEO. Just a lazy loader type deal. This is very custom website, and they've got writers and stuff, so that's good. And there's a lot that goes into that. So it's not cheap by any means to do this, but that would be something to look at for the future. Anyways, that was a lot of time. That was a lot of video. That was a lot of, talking. So hopefully you got something out of it. If you didn't, I'm so sorry, but that's over 30 minutes. I'll let you go.